those folks that are new and just came into the room, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about career planning timeline. Want me to get you through it? So this morning I was recording a podcast. I do a podcast with the owner of the Bliss Group, which is an integrated marketing firm that is right by Grand Central. And our guest today was a female innovator entrepreneur, but she was really interesting. And she said, networks define how far you go. And I told her I was stealing that for today. And then she said that one of her friends told her that at any given time, I have a 5-year plan and I plan on who is in and out of my network. So a lot of us have plans for the next 2 years, the next 3 years, right? But how many of us plan for who's in our network, who's not in our network now, and in 3 years, I need these people in my network, and this is how I'm going to expand here, and this is my next level of network. It's very interesting. But if your networks define how far you can go, and we're here at NYU for 2 years, guess when you need to start building your network? And the minute you step out here, right? So how many people are here in your first year? All right, that's fantastic. The vast majority. How about second year? All right, so only one. Were you here last year?
No.
Okay, so I wish you were here last year, but you're gonna learn a lot today. So what happens to our staff here a lot in integrated marketing communications? Either they go to Professor Mendoza, Dr. Mendoza, who's sitting back there, the academic director of integrated marketing, or they come to Professor Matera or Dr. Schrey. Dr. Schrey is now the academic director of PRCC, and they, in April, or they graduate, or they come to my office and they're in tears because they need a job. And then I say, okay, well, I'm going to do everything we can. Dr. Mendoza has the same situation happen to him. And we try to do everything we can. But one of the issues is that they didn't start right away. So I want everybody, you're in your second year, you have time. But those of you who are here in your first year, congratulations, because that's exactly what you need to do. You need to really dive in. These 2 years will go so fast. So you want a game plan for using all the resources. Tatiana, you said it so well. There's so many things that we can do and take advantage of. Wasserman and what Tatiana said, I don't know if you heard it, we have Maine Wasserman, which is NYU, and then there's SPS Wasserman, right? So Maine Wasserman is for the whole NYU, so you want to keep an eye on that. But then SPS is your hometown, your little local library job, and they will know you and work with you on a personal level. It doesn't mean you shouldn't go to the main Wasserman, but I want you folks who are newbies to get with the lingo, because sometimes we talk about it as if you know what we're talking about, and you really don't yet. So what I wanted to do today was to walk you through a career planning timeline. So if we take first semester, second semester, third semester, fourth semester, what are the things that you should be doing each semester? Because there's so much that you can do. Also, even in your department. So I'm the chair of integrated marketing communications. Does everybody know that that's your department? Sometimes I go into classrooms. Went to a classroom the other day and I said, what department are you all in? And they're like, integrated marketing, PR. I asked the PR students and they say, I'm not integrated marketing communications, I'm PR. So the umbrella is integrated marketing communications, right? I'm chair of integrated marketing communications. Underneath that, there's an IM degree, integrated marketing, public relations and corporate communication, and then our executive masters for people who have 8 to 20 years of experience, right? That's an accelerated program. So we're all integrated marketing communications. So the department has curated events for you for marketing and public relations professionals, like this event. There's 7 of them this semester. There's usually 7 every semester. So when you see them, yes, go to NYU stuff, but know that these are curated just for you. Again, your little local, this is even more local than your local library. This is even more localized. The other thing are the clubs, right? PRCC has the Public Relations League, Integrated Marketing has the IMA, Integrated Marketing Association. They are even more local and they curate events for you. So you want to be hypersensitive to the department and the clubs, because they're delivering exactly what you need. They're bringing in CMOs, COs, the people that you really need to connect with. And then you have your local Wasserman, and then you have your, the big universe of Wasserman. Well, let's get to this. So when I worked with Wasserman and I said, okay, you have resources, we have resources, and we're gonna give you this slide deck. And so what we're trying to do is blend them so to give you a really good idea about how you timeline things out. So we came up with 4 things. So you're gonna see a 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 is your first semester, 2 is your second, 3 is your third, 4 is your fourth. And so what do you need to do during those particular semesters? And so you'll see a few things, and we bucketed them thanks to our fabulous Moksha, who is an integrated marketing student. We bucketed under 4 things for your first year. You want to look at career preparation and networking and involvement. The second thing is career exploration and funding. So let's go back to the first one. So career preparation. You want to meet with your Wasserman coach. Now you know what a Wasserman coach is, right? Because we just heard that presentation. Set up your Handshake, update your resume in LinkedIn, utilize the resources in Handshake, take the strength profile. So you want to make sure your career prep is shocker at the career center, your local career center. You also want to make sure you're getting involved and you're networking. So here at NYU, you are never going to have this experience where you're going to be so connected to so many people. Look next to you, look to the left and to the right, to the back. You people are the future vice presidents, the leaders of our industry. And you may hire or promote or remember someone from class and say, I need to know that woman who sat in the 4th row in Dr. Mendoza's class in the spring of whatever. You need to connect with people in this room. Your peers are money. Global people who are going to be with you your entire career. Our alumni talk about building on each other's careers. And you're at NYU, you're the top students in the world, and you're building your network of peers who are going to become the professionals. At the same time, you're building your network of professionals. So really think about it as 2 levels of networking and involvement, and dive in. We'll bring you the professionals, we promise. Tatiana and the curated events that we do in the department and the clubs, we will be serving up professionals. Our classrooms, I'm amazed every day. My network's awesome for the last 2 years of working here. So that's what you want to do. You want to make sure you really take advantage of it from the minute you get here. So join the career portal, right? Join the IMA or the PRL. How many people are active participants, and you're seeing, good, I see some of you already active. Make sure you're tuned to those clubs. And I've heard people say, like, well, I'm not a joiner. I don't know how you're in marketing and PR and you're not a joiner, but this is your career. You might not be a joiner. You don't have to do like major things or have a leadership role, but come to their events, attend so that you get that stuff. And by the way, you can go to the IM people can go to the PRL events. It's so integrated now, so you should do that. Follow, engage. I tell students, attend at least 2 of the IM&C, that's integrated marketing communications, that's the umbrella of our curated events. We have 7 each semester. This team is amazing. People, Marissa, Tasneem, they're planning these events and these guest speakers and events like today to serve up to you because students told us this is what you want. So make sure you participate and try to do at least 2. We have 7. We'd love to have you come to all 7, but try to just, again, we don't want to overwhelm you with like, you have to go to school to take classes. Try to attend, follow on your Instagram and LinkedIn, IMA, PRL, and integrated marketing and communication. So the department has those, and you'll see what's coming. We also like to celebrate students. So you'll see us celebrating. If you need a boost in your profile, we could do a profile on you. And then you can celebrate that on your own LinkedIn and consider leadership roles maybe for next year to see what the clubs are about. And maybe you want to start eyeballing in the next year. Yes.
Yeah, regarding the leadership roles, when usually does it open up?
It opens up, Tasneem, in the summer. When do we vote for the leadership roles? Like in April or May?
So for the fall, it's in spring. And then for the spring.
It's at the end of the semester.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And start talking to the people with those roles, because they'll, and see what they do. Also, for the first, when you're in your first semester, do some career exploration. We're gonna hear in a panel about the NYU Violent Network. The Violent Network is a network of all alumni. So we're gonna have people on our panel talking about that. You want to make sure that you identify skill gaps. So the AMA is the American Marketing Association, and the PRSA is the Public Relations Society of America, and they have certifications. You can Google them and see what kind of certifications. I'm teaching a free class in October and November every Friday for the Principals in Public Relations certificate. And so that's what the students put that together, asked me to teach it, and I'm going to be doing a prep class for that. Look for funding. For some reason, a lot of scholarships want to start early. They want you to be in their first year to apply for scholarship. The Grant Foundation is amazing. We just had one of our students win the Grant Foundation award this past year, PRSA. Prince is picking up a scholarship in November. He is the vice president of PRL. So go to these or ask your faculty members what outside organizations have scholarships that you can apply for. So folks, that's 4 things in your first, that's it. So think of them in buckets, and then it might be a little bit easier, but try to combine all the localized things that are available to you. You'll also see in the slides that we send you that we have some things to do in your second semester here, where you should be meeting your peers and professionals to expand your network. That's really the theme of that. You're in your second, and you've kind of got your resume and your LinkedIn, and you're kind of building momentum with peers and professionals. So you want to start to plan your summer experience. Do you want to study away? We know that we have 2 GFIs, one to Paris and the Cannes Festival of Creativity, and Dr. Mendoza runs one to Shanghai. We also are doing one in January to Dubai, which there's, I think, a lot of applications for. So think about that and start thinking about, you'll see that coming from the department too, about when you can apply to that. Meet with your Wasserman coach, touch base every semester to make sure that you're on track. You make sure you set up handshake alerts so that you're seeing stuff. Engage in those professional events. You're going to see this again and again and again. Attend at least 2 club events, attend at least 2 department events, and participate in a marketing challenge. So what is that? Did anyone see in their mailbox a invitation to be in a challenge? And it was a glass of wine. Yeah, that was falling over. Try to make it so you don't let that glass of wine fall. Every semester, we put together challenges for students to work on teams, and you get to meet people, real world professionals, put together campaigns, and present with your peers in front of professionals. And you'll be presenting in front of, it's a great lineup of professionals. Coin PR, Adobe, and St. Francis Wine and Vineyard. So think about, even if you're not a food and beverage person, this is a great opportunity for you folks to participate. They're really fun. They're great on your resume. We socialize the heck out of these things. We celebrate every team at the semifinals, at the finals. So we make it a big deal. In fact, the winner of the first challenge we ever did, I was just talking to him today, he's in my class. He got funding for his idea, the last thing he did. And then the last semester we did a challenge with a hotel group. And so students did campaigns for hotels in New York. Okay. Also, you want to connect with industry and alumni. So you're in New York, all the major professional organizations. So I'm a professional now, and I still belong to clubs. Professional clubs, industry clubs, like American Marketing Association, Public Relations Society of America, New York Wiki, because Women in Communications, the Advertising Research Federation, the Retail Federation. So ask your faculty members what organizations they belong to. Guess where they're all headquartered, people? New York City. So when you're studying here, you have an all access pass to events and activities that these major industry organizations are running. We just had 23 of our students volunteering at the Big Apple Awards a few weeks ago. 23 of our students. We can get you to volunteer. We can try to pull you in that way. If I get invited to events, I try to bring students if I know that they want to participate. So make sure you're eyeballing what the industry, and you can do that in your first semester too. But we're usually in the second semester, you're more you're ready to go to the industry stuff. Explore support funding. So you can go to, I know that PRSA is having a conference in December. You can get funding to go to that conference. You can apply for that through the Professional Development Fund. And students can get funding to go to professional conferences. So again, ask your faculty member. Maintain and build your network. You're in your third semester, you're expanding your leadership engaging. Maybe you're taking on a leadership role. You're still attending the events and the activities from industry and the clubs and the department. You're trying to amp up your visibility in the industry because you've attended things and you have now a year of professional experiences and networking. You can engage with people on LinkedIn. People will start recognizing you. We have professionals that are liking our student stuff because they love seeing them at events. And then post. If you ever need, you guys are all great at LinkedIn, or you're trying to get there, make sure you're following and seeing what some of the leaders in this department are posting and not posting. You're building those professional relationships. One of the things that Wasserman gives out is this book called Meet 100 People. It's a great book. They're in my office. You can come and get some from me, but they are also it's not only a book, it's a community. And so people who are reading that book are getting together and having competitions and how they're meeting 100 people. And that's really a cool thing to do. Set up meetings with faculty. I'm in 400, I'm right downstairs. Dr. Mendoza is always available for students. Our alumni love meeting with you. Just ask them about their career. If you really are connecting with a faculty member, find out. We all have colossal networks. I've been in public relations and integrated marketing for almost 30 years. So a lot of my friends are looking for people to hire, to talk to. Use your faculty because they have huge networks. Stay informed and active. Make sure you regularly attend. Keep up your connections with Wasserman. And then you're not crying in the third semester or the fourth semester. You are leveraging the network that you build and you're applying strategically with those and through those folks that are your mentors. The last 2 students that worked in our department, one got her job through her New York Women in Communications, which men can also join, has mentors. And both of our students got jobs through their Wiki mentors, full-time jobs. And one was Canadian, so she got an international student, got the job through her Wiki mentor. So again, your network is your power. Your network is your net worth. And so you will never have this opportunity that you have in the next 2 years. So leverage the heck out of it. If you ever want to talk to me more about this, I'm happy to talk about how you can move and grow your network. Yes.
Did you mention the way to get a mentor in the Wiki group yet? Or how to join that?
Yeah, so if you just have to go to New York Women in Communication, go to their website, you'll see students, you can all join for free. And then on there, use the search bar and say mentorship. If you can't find it, let me know. And I can also hook you up with Sydney, who was in our office and who got that job last year. They have amazing events, by the way, and they let students come for free. They're having a career event, I think, in 2 weeks. PRSA also has events all over the city. The PR Museum, even though it sounds so corny, every time I say I'm going to a PR Museum event, my husband's like, oh, the PR Museum. But it's so good there and it's very integrated. They have amazing, very integrated events and activities. And there's always some big wig from New York City who's participating there. So, but really, I am amazed at the opportunities that you have here. When I got here 2 years ago, my network exploded. You're here. You really want, if you're not really working your peer network and your professional network, you're leaving so much on the table. That's your network is your network. And remember what these folks, these really highly amazing women, networks define how far you go. And you will have no better peer network than people in this room. I mean, you are the most engaged, you're getting a great degree. Faculty really care about you and you're brilliant. So of course you're going far. So make sure you keep each other connected. I know I have to stop talking about my favorite things now. We are moving on to the next part of our programming. It's panel, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Can I answer questions while you prepare? So you have any other questions? Yes. Your PR certificate. Yes, my PR certificate class. So the Public Relations League put out a communication about the PR certificate. So just,
Yeah.
you're in the PR league, right? No,
Yeah.
yeah,
I saw this, what you're referring to, but it
Yeah.
said that it's only for like last year students, not for first year.
oh, yeah, so that's the way they did it. We'll do it again if you be leaders and then sign me up again. So Prince, I have the APR after my name, and that means accredited in public relations. It's like getting your CPA in public relations, just public relations. So there is a new thing, not really new anymore, but it's a pre-APR. So it's a certification in principles of public relations for folks who are less experienced. APR is for 5 years. And so you have to sit for the exam right before you graduate. So that's probably why they're doing it. So let's put that on your calendar for next year, and then I'll do the same thing again. Yes, and then you.
Mention about networking, how do you suggest we keep up with the network? Because the problem is the networking over the past few years. How do you keep up? So that
Right now, you want to be a sponge. You just want to network and get people on your LinkedIn and the people you're really think they're awesome, or you want to be them one day, like their stuff, comment, I love what you said about here. Just try to engage them every once in a while. You'll know who you really are super connected to, or who you want to be when you grow up, or who's happy. I never knew really what I wanted to be. I just knew there were some people I wanted to be. I wanted to be that person who seems really happy and they're doing integrated marketing because they seem to love their job. So you will start using them in your 3rd semester or 4th semester. I don't mean use them, but reaching out to them and say, I saw you speak last year. It's 2 years. So you might feel like I just connected with the CMO, and then we kind of, am I ghosting that person, or what the heck? But when you are seeking to re-engage that person, they'll remember who you are. I have people reaching out to me all the time and saying, you came to Rutgers and you said, I'm like, I don't remember that, but yeah, I'll help you. So, and people really want to help. And professionals to a person will tell us that they tell students all the time, reach out to me, and then students don't. That is the big thing. You're leaving it on the table. Don't ever do that. But don't feel like because you connected with a professional on LinkedIn and you haven't communicated for a while, and I can help you, but I'll help you. It's like, how do I re-engage with that person that I saw my first year at NYU? Come to me, I can write about anything. I'll figure it out. But if that's what it is, you just remind them where you saw them and say, I'd love to have assistance doing XYZ. I'm here for the rest of